Alright, part 10. We're still not done. Why do I still play this game? Oh well, sound check. Sound check's working. I wanna die. Like, I really don't wanna play this anymore. I'd rather play no well, no, nothing can beat no panels. Whatever, part 10, Riku 99, and then after this we have to make a new Sora file and beat the game without losing, or without getting killed, and without escaping any battles. So let's start by getting some, what was it? Martial Awakenings. Riku, if you could please not be so crap with your dark aura, that'd be nice. Alright, my bird almost fell. He's taking a bath right now in his water feeder. Also, neighbor's bird is gone. They came back yesterday at night. Which is strange because they told me Thursday, but they came back yesterday, so... whatever.
Take this.
Please kill it. Yes. And there's that Martial Awakening that I will take. Yeah. Again, if you're joining me, you shouldn't. Or you shouldn't grab a gun and kill me. No, I'd accept the kill. Please. Yeah, Riku level 99. We've got a long way to go. Wrong card.
Take this. Like it.
Oh, how'd that miss?
Take this. Like it. Darkness.
Perfect. Let me think. Anything that I can talk about. Anomaly Oblivion is still doing Chain of Memories on the Game Boy at level 1. They managed to beat Riku 4. And Nominee even found a consistent way to beat him by making him lose all of his cards. They're stuck on Larxene too, though. Totally understandable. Larxene is a bit of a bitch to fight in Chain of Memories, and even Re-Chain of Memories. I propose some ideas, though. My ideas included using the Gargoyle enemy card, because that makes you invisible, and that card is ridiculously strong in Chain of Memories. The enemy AI completely has no idea where you even are. So you can just wait out the entire fight and you'll be fine. The problem with Larxene is her Slade. Where she shocks you and paralyzes you. Ooh, Martial Awakening? Perfect. So yeah, that's pretty bad. Other slates like the Teleport Rush, nominate so that you can actually, they can actually get through it, because it does little damage at first, but by like the first few hits, they can already get a 0, and nominate will be fine.
Take this. Like it! Take this! Your Majesty! Come on!
This.
Darkness!
Oh no. It was fine until the Neo Shadows came.
Vanish!
Oh look, that level up from yesterday I wasn't able to get.
Vanish!
Another idea I proposed is using the dark side enemy card, so then Naminé will become immune to all thunder attacks if Larxene uses her thunder card. Whatever it is, yeah, her Larxene card. Yeah, I really want to try that now. Chain of Memories on the Game Boy at level 1. The grinding would be ridiculous, though. According to Naminé, they had to get a lot of enemy cards to get through some of the fights. The red Heartless, the red Heartless, the blue one. Just a lot of them. Although, when I think about it, there's a lot of difficult fights in there that I can imagine with at level 1 stats for Chain of Memories.
Darkness!
I'm honestly surprised that they even got through Ursula. Ursula was so annoying. Really easy if you use your deck correctly, but it's so annoying. Because there's such a small window to even hit her.
Vanish!
Yes, another Martial Awakening, which I will gladly take. In other news, Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Nothing really to report. You know, we're doing the Global versus JP event. So far, Global way in the lead. But everyone's saying Union Cross. Man, do they really hate it right now?
Like it!
Not the game, but the
Take this!
part of the game called Union Cross, where you get to do missions with other people from other unions. It's called Union Cross. So I just call it multiplayer. So basically in multiplayer, everyone's hating it because they used to have these bonus times, but because of this Global and JP thing, all the bonus times are removed. And I bet you the Japanese will just add them back in. Somehow.
Darkness!
For some reason.
Vanish!
I think this is where the Neo Shadows spawn. Oh, no, they didn't. Okay. Different group of hearts. Take this. Yay. So yeah, in multiplayer, what bonus time lets you do is you just get a bunch of coins to unlock all of the boards. get all the additional stuff that you would want. Well, instead of being able to finish all the boards in a matter of, let's say, 30 minutes, it's now several hours without the bonus time, which really sucks. Oh, this one's the Neo Shadows. Damn it, I need all this experience before it goes away. Got it. Got some heals as well. There's that Martial Awakening. There's another one. I'll take that 0. Got it. What else? So yeah, multiplayer is not looking too good right now. They also included another board in multiplayer that was the same that we had in the raid event that required over 1.5 million coins to finish. No way am I fucking doing that. Totally not required. For what? Several magic mirrors that I already have a shitload of? No thanks. So this room I already did. What about this one? That's weird. I could have sworn I left halfway through cleaning these rooms. Nope, I cleared them all. Alright, guess I'll just go to the bottom one. I find it interesting why, for Riku, they made it so Castle Oblivion is only 4 rooms. For Sora, it's like 50 rooms, or 20. Guy has to go. What else? Oh, player versus player ends tomorrow.
Like it.
That was not a good idea.
Take this.
Well, actually, for here it doesn't matter.
Darkness.
Okay, now it kind of doesn't. Alright, fuck this, we're gonna... My eyes are feeling a little better. Last night, oh my god, my eyes were shit. Fuck off, you're getting over. Vanish! Yeah, honestly, like... If I wipe my eyes too hard at any point during the day, they're just gonna be really terrible all day. I mean, I really should look into buying eye drops. Maybe that can help out a lot.
Like it.
Oh, I'm actually pretty sure it will help out a lot if I get eye drops. I don't know what are some good eye drops to get. Yeah, I really wish you could level up Riku's strength even higher. So yeah, player versus player. It ends tomorrow at about, I think, 4 a.m. Eastern, or 3 a.m. Eastern, one or the other. Actually, yes, 3 a.m. Eastern. 3 a.m. Eastern, it ends. I will in no way be able to compete then. I mean, many of the strategies for player versus player, because of the fucking ranking system and how it works, it's like, oh, just fight people in the last 30 minutes. You know, that way you can easily snipe their positions. Well, problem with that, one, I don't live on the West Coast.
Take this. Yeah. Ha. Like it.
And two, reading all these salty Reddit threads in the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross subreddit.
Yeah. Ha. Like it.
It seems doing that is not really such a good idea because everyone, and I really mean like nearly everyone in the top several thousands, has the exact same idea to do that. And you basically cannot challenge anyone who's already being challenged, or if you're already being challenged. So, for the last 30 minutes, you can't really challenge anyone, because everyone has this idea. So, it's hard to find someone to go up against.
Your Majesty, come on!
And not only that, if you're going up against someone, you're definitely, most likely, like 90% chance, you're using a different setup or a different order of your keyblades. Meaning, if someone challenges you, you're left in a vulnerable position.
Take this! Like it!
Perfect. Give me all this fucking EXP.
Take this! Like it!
They couldn't have an EXP boosting card, like,
Take this!
that was just so impossible to have in this game.
Yeah! Like it!
Alright, big guy, calm down. Sun's getting real low. Rising sun, anyway. Get it? Rising sun, Kingdom Hearts 2. It's that move you spam in 1,000 Hearts. Okay, speaking of spamming moves.
Vanish! Vanish!
So yeah, PvP. Still have not changed the way the rankings work. Also have not changed the way the tickets are distributed. It used to be like top 5,000 for a gold ticket, now it's top 3,000 for one gold ticket. And then top 500 for 2 gold tickets. Although I've come to understand that gold tickets are actually not as desirable as you would think. I mean, you would think gold tickets, higher chance to level up your, or evolve your higher tier medals to tier 7, or not tier 7, to higher chance to evolve your tier 6s, 5s, and 7s and 8s to tier 8, to 7 stars. Okay, higher chance to evolve your tier 5 and higher medals to 7 stars. There, that's how you correctly say it. But, see, gold ticket, it doesn't give you any fairies for evolving to 7 stars. For tier 4 medals. So that means the recent Tier 4 Prime medals that we've gotten, like Sora and Axel, we can't evolve them if we only go for gold tickets. And the way the rankings are, you know, if you're gonna rank high enough for a gold ticket, then you'll only get 1 silver ticket. But below, it's a lot easier to get 2 silver tickets. So it's an interesting little thing to remember.
Like it. Take this. Darkness.
And we've used so much darkness. Lord Ansem must be so proud. Where are you running?
Take this. Yeah. Ha. Like it.
Yeah, that guy had the right idea to run away.
Take this. Ha. Darkness.
Bunch of 9s left in my deck. Let's do this.
Vanish. Vanish.
The cool thing about Dark Aura, even though it's pretty fast, it's not working the way it should be working here. At least I'm getting all the EXP, so I'm moving super fast.
Your Majesty, come on!
Unbelievable, he dodged it. So yeah, PvP. Silver tickets might not be as bad as you think. Because the way the tickets are branched out, bronze tickets only let you evolve tier 1, 2, or 3. Silver tickets let you do tier 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Although the chances of getting like 6, 7, or 8 are ridiculously low. And gold tickets are tier 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'll get some full-on map cards. Let's get rid of some. That way, in case I do get another Martial Awakening, things will be looking better for me. Man, I wish I could just dump all of these that I don't need. You know, I'm actually not sure if this is good. Strong initiative. Because what happens is when you hit someone, it makes it so their HP is like 1 hit from death, pretty much. So it might not be so bad to keep a few. But yeah, PvP for me though, I've changed up my deck several times. My original deck I thought was so good, because it was several tier 7-star tier 6s and 7s. I felt confident. Didn't feel confident by about 3 days ago. Kept dropping in ranks. Upgraded my deck today. Decided not to go for evenly balanced for even balance for the first 3 Keyblades. Instead, decided to make the first 2 Keyblades really tough, and the last one not so. And completely scrapped the idea of using triple threat, because there was no room for it. It served me pretty well, for now. Also beginning to realize extra attack on your medals. Oh man, it's super OP for PvP. Okay, you wanna die? Throwing your mixtape at me? My mixtape is the best. Something else I wanted to talk about, but I completely forgot what it was.
Take this.
Yes.
Like it.
Oh, perfect, and a martial awakening. Good. I need as many of these things as I can get. How much? Fuck, I still need. Was it 1.3 million something? 600,000. It's gonna be 2 more streams. Why would they make this a thing? They had a chance to fix this and they decided not to. Before you say that's not true, they fixed the gummy ship mission stuff in Kingdom Hearts 1. On the PS3, the trophy was originally get all of the blueprints. On the PS4, they changed the trophy to only getting 30 blueprints out of the 60-something. So yeah, they had a chance to change this. Did not, though.
Vanish. Vanish.
Think what else? I looked up some codes for Rechain of Memories on the PS2. Just to see if a randomizer for Rechain of Memories on the PS2 would be possible. Might be possible, but I have no idea how to read the codes. For the Game Boy version, it's so easy. There's just an address for the first deck that you use for slot 1, and then you just add 2 in binary to it. And then like a 4-digit address for the card, and that's it. That's easy. Rechain of Memories on the PS2 though, holy fuck, there's so many lines of code.
Take this.
It's all a bunch of weird letters and numbers too.
Like it.
Like on the Game Boy I can understand it, it's all in binary, but...
Like it.
Well actually it's not really binary, it's more like... base 16, so hexadecimal? But the issue is, for the PS2 version, the codes are like WXG1457QR48, that like random number that you don't even understand what it means. So yeah, not sure how I can randomize Rechain of Memories. Should be possible, but I don't know how. Unless there was a way that I can check what codes are being done. Somehow. Like, is there a tool for the PS2? Or for an emulated PS2 that lets you check the game's code data? I know there was something like that for Jak and Daxter, and that's how they found the debug menu for Jak and Daxter. It's true, many years later, people found the debug menu for Jak and Daxter, including codes like unlimited ammo, activating dark mode, warping you to places, flight during the level. Like, Jack just flies, just stands and flies.
Vanish!
So yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, there has to be a way, and if I can figure it out, oh man, Scrub is gonna have a field day with a randomizer for reaching.
Take this!
I know for sure what he's gonna give me. Like, for Lark Scene 2 and Axel 2, he's probably gonna give me a deck of all Donalds. I just know he will.
Darkness! Vanish!
Oh, there's more. It's fine, more experience for me.
Vanish!
One thing we still haven't figured out, though, for Chain of Memories on the Game Boy. Oh, did you? How is that? How can I even get that? That's not fair. That is totally not fair. EXP, no. So one thing we never figured out for Chain of Memories, or maybe we did, but we can't figure out how to fix it. We can use enemy slates, but they just display no animation and they don't do anything. So I'm not sure what would happen in Chain of Memories if you are able to randomize it. So in the original Chain of Memories, there's codes for what attack cards the enemies can use. So maybe there's a way to edit it. So that we could use the enemy slates.
Like it! Take this! Darkness!
I mean, when doing the Dark Aura test with Riku,
Vanish!
Riku can use Riku Replica's Dark Aura, but it won't do anything. Even though it still says Dark Aura, it doesn't actually do Dark Aura.
Vanish!
What we came up with was it's trying to access data. Even though it's called Dark Aura, it's not really the actual code value for Dark Aura. There was a way to mod it, that would be pretty cool. Sora using the enemy slates.
Like it! Take this! Like it!
Just killing. Castle Oblivion. You know what? This is fine. Every single day is another day closer to Kingdom Hearts 3. We'll make it one day. It'll come out. It'll be 14 years since I first played a Kingdom Hearts game, and I get to play Kingdom Hearts 3. And that long. It'll be worth it.
Like it! Darkness!
So if anyone's there in the chat right now, how's it going? How's life? don't think anything is going on in my life. Just have an interview on Monday next week.
Take this.
Won't be able to stream on that Monday, but
Like it.
hopefully the interview goes well.
Darkness.
Good position from what I've read. Not so good interview from what I've also read. Not in terms of difficulty, but in terms of professionalism. It's a chance to be either a professional interview or not so professional interview.
Vanish.
Good company though. So we gotta definitely try and get this. Although what I've realized is, if I do get a job, I most likely will not be able to stream that Kingdom Hearts marathon. Mainly because, one, I won't have the time, and two, it's 64 parts.
Like it. Darkness.
64 parts of just Kingdom Hearts.
Vanish.
What would be the order to play it though? Would I have to do it chronologically or release order? What's the chronological order of Kingdom Hearts? Unchained Key, followed by Birth by Sleep, followed by Kingdom Hearts 1 or 0.2, somewhere in between, followed by Kingdom Hearts 1, followed by Chain of Memories or Rechain of Memories, followed by 358 or 2 Days, then Kingdom Hearts 2,
Darkness.
then coded or recoded, then Kingdom Hearts 3D, and then it should be Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, 3D and then 3. That should be the order. It's not that playing them will take so long, it's the challenges I'm gonna do that are gonna take too long.
Like it. Take
Because
this.
with Birth by Sleep, it's gonna be crit level 1, no abilities. Kingdom Hearts 1, it's gonna be... Actually, 0.2 would be next, but I don't know what I did for 0.2. Problem with 0.2, and I really hope they don't do this for Kingdom Hearts 3, is you can't stream some of the stuff. Unless you use a capture card. You can't stream it with the PS3. The PS4, just can't stream it. Can't stream it with the PS4. That last world is locked in streaming. Please do not do that with Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't have a capture card powerful enough for that. Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Okay, it's time to duel. him yet again. It's okay, Naminé. You're not missing anything.
Take this!
I'm only doing the same thing I've been doing for the last 4 streams.
Just me! Take this! Yeah! Ha! Like it! Darkness! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Ha!
So, how's Chain of Memories level 1 going? Did you beat Larkscene 1? Or Larkscene 2? Still haven't tested out the gargoyle part for Larkscene.
Like it!
So I still have to render the other videos. Yeah, I want to see how you got through all of the fights. I'm curious.
Darkness!
Haven't uploaded any of them yet. Okay, this part. One. Pretty XP now.
Vanish!
Finally show the successful attempts, though. They aren't really exciting, they're rather boring even. That's fine, I'll skim through it. I mean, honestly, who shows their failed attempts anyway? Now, other than this stream, you know, this entire stream, this entire channel's existence is a failed attempt. I'll probably upload the first try on Larkscene 2 though, because I got her down to 1 bar. What's your strategy for Larkscene 2? Just wait it out, try to get her to use most of her deck? I don't know, like, I really think the gargoyle card will be the way to beat her. You should still be able to dodge her thunder move. Or at least her thunder slate. It literally was the same as Riku 4, but she just works completely differently. Give me all this before it goes away. And this. Her AI ain't that easily fooled in Phase 2, and she isn't as active to use her stuff in Phase 1.
Take this! Like it! Take this!
I don't know much about her AI in Chain of Memories, because I haven't really played it at all since the randomizer. It's the only time I really paid attention.
Vanish!
But from what I know about their AIs in Rechain of Memories, Riku 4 has a back problem in a Rechain of Memories. Larxene 2 kind of doesn't have it as bad as Riku 4 though. Riku 4 in Rechain of Memories is designed to always be in front of you. He's always gonna run to be in front of you, and all of his attacks require him to be in front of you. Except Dark Aura. Dark Aura is a kind of special.
Like it!
But basically, if you keep hitting Riku from the back, he will not be able to retaliate at all. Because his AI is dumb and it'll think, well, I can't use this card because he's not in front of me. I don't know if Larxene will have that back problem in Chain of Memories. I'm assuming no, because the field is kind of flat and you can see the entire field at once. She just spams her cards without any hesitation, even if she can't hit me. Oh yeah, she also does that. I definitely remember that as a kid. Her just spamming cards. Yeah, I guess Gargoyle is how you're gonna do it. Or, you know, you have that other option to copy her Larxene card, and she will just try to be able to hit me at all cost. She knows you're doing level 1, and all it takes is a few hits. The problem though with the Larxene card strategy is, one, you're gonna lose a lot of your CP. Because on level 1 you're gonna need your CP, but you're gonna use 99 of that 260 CP just for one card. She still needs a lot of hits. Really? She still hits low? I'm basing it off of Rechain of Memories, and her hits deal a lot. I'm surprised it's a low number of hits. Or it's a high number of hits to actually kill you. Because she does shit damage if she ain't in phase 2. Oh, that's right, because in phase 2 she starts using Teleport Rush, and then she also starts, well actually her move changes, the one where she, it was like the red card with the blue background. It changes from a few hits to becoming an entire combo with lightning at the end. I remember that from Rechain of Memories. The thunder attack still hits me for around half of HP though.
Like it! Take this! Like it! Darkness!
She uses Teleport Rush always. Huh. It's weird. In Rechain of Memories, she only uses it when she's low on health. And the card that does the combo with her magic attack and the thunder does much damage. Yeah. From what I can tell from where you're struggling, thunder immunity is not a good idea to go with. The CP cost is just too high. So Gargoyle card is what I recommend.
Darkness!
I guess the enemies were rebalanced in Rechain of Memories. I don't know if rebalance is the correct word. Really? Can't hit me. It's no use. Ow, okay. Probably Riku, hold on, fuck me. So probably Replica 4 can't just use Dark Aura like 4 times in a row on the first bar of HP. Not exactly. In Rechain of Memories, Riku 4 can use any of his slates at any point that he wants.
Take this! Like it! Take this! Like it!
Okay, then that hasn't changed. Oh yeah, like Replica 4 is still an asshole, even in Rechain of Memories. The only difference I can think of is his moves are a lot harder to dodge. Oh, he also has that new move in Rechain of Memories where he does that dark slam attack and the pillars chase you. They added that move to him. He does not get Dark Fire Guard in the second Riku fight. He gets it in the third one.
Like it! Darkness!
The enemies still feel a lot more confused and aggressive if you destroy their deck. I'm not sure. Strangely enough, I remember in the PS3 version when fighting Marluxia 1, he's not as aggressive compared to the PS4 version. PS4 version, Marluxia is way more aggressive for some reason. I'm assuming because it must have something to do with the processing power for the PS4. It's probably making Marluxia a lot smarter. As weird as that sounds. But Riku 4 is just always aggressive. Every Riku, like Riku 1, 2, 3, and 4 are just all aggressive. Larkstein is very aggressive. Axel though, Axel just burns through his cards, like, and I really, no pun intended, he literally burns, okay, literally doesn't even work. He figuratively burns through his cards insanely quickly. And you gotta be ready with that elixir. More power in 60 frames per second. Oh, and you're gonna have to be careful with the Axel fight in Chain of Memories. Also, I noticed what's difference on Riku 3 when I fought him. Is there a difference? Isn't he exactly the same as Riku 2?
Take this!
He gets the Helm Split attack animation on the normal attacks he uses sometimes, and it's homing, so it hits you way more often than regular attacks. Is that in Chain of Memories or Rechain of Memories? Because I never remembered him having Helm Split on Chain of Memories, or anything close to it. Yeah, you're gonna have to be careful for Axel 2 in your level 1 run. The thing about Axel 2 and Chain of Memories I don't know if he has a phase 2 or not, but what I do know is his Fire Tooth has multiple versions. Chain of Memories. What I mean, the Hellsplit is that he jumps in the air and thrusts his sword on top of you. Oh, that one. Gets the Hellsplit attack animation on normal attacks he uses sometimes, and it's homing, so it hits you way more often. Oh, that's what you mean. I get it now. I know what you mean. I thought it was always homing. Turns out it's not.
Take this.
Good job, Riku. 1 out of the 5.
Darkness.
That went pretty well. And I got a Martial Awakening. That went extremely well.
Take this.
I remember it always fucking me up with Data Riku. Used it in Recoded, and there it's not even homing, he just spams it over you.
Vanish. Vanish.
So yeah, Axel 2, you know that move he does called Fire Tooth? That move has like 4 different versions in Chain of Memories. One of them is a super annoying version that just constantly hits everywhere on the field, and your Gargoyle card will not protect you against that, because it just goes everywhere in the field. You can actually dodge Firewall. Firewall you can just easily dodge roll through. But that Fire Tooth move, oh, that one is gonna be the death of you if he does the super annoying version. The other versions are super easy. It's like the Chakrams just like do a little pattern that go from left to right only once, and then you'll be fine.
Take this.
If there was Hellsplit as a slate, by the way, I would have probably been fucked. But I don't think he does that move, the annoying version of Fire Tooth, until you get his HP low enough.
Darkness.
You have to play him like Riku 4, pretty much. For Marluxia, what I theorize you can do, you're gonna have to dodge all of his attacks very well. And it is possible to dodge them all. I mean, his Death Scythe, easy to dodge. You know, just dodge roll forward as soon as it comes down. Blossom Shower, also easy to dodge. His regular attacks, though, not much easier. I mean, one where he shoots a flower thing at you, you can just jump and it'll get you. Their dodge roll probably won't be a problem. All of Marluxia 1 slates are very easy to dodge. I absolutely know this. You can dodge Blossom Shower in the middle of it. You can dodge Death Scythe by just dodge rolling once in front as soon as it comes down. My theory on what you're gonna have to do for Marluxia 1 is probably use the Neo Shadow card to get him to reduce his health. I don't know how long it's gonna take though, but what I do know is Neo Shadow will keep reducing his health even when you're not locked onto him. So you can just keep running away from him and he'll lose health on his own. Neo Shadow only works for one reload though, so you gotta make it count. Or what you can do is use Neo Shadow and Gargoyle. That way you can make him waste a lot of his death early on, and then just stay away from him and let Neo Shadow drain it down. And just, you know, hit him when he's at 1 HP or something.
Your Majesty! Come on!
Problem with the Dark Aura was that sometimes I can dodge the first one or 2 hits, and some just don't hit me, but 100% of the time it will kill me if I don't break it, and I am not way too lucky for my own good. Yeah, Dark Aura in Chain of Memories, not a fun thing to get hit by. Mainly because as soon as you get hit by it once, you're most likely getting hit by it again. What's the cost of Neo Shadow? I don't remember exactly. It was like 60? 55?
Like it!
It's not high, like not 60-ish or higher. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'll check in this game.
Like it!
Actually, I can't right now because Riku. Let me check. Chain Memories game. Enemy cards. I'll check when I get into the next fight. Let's see. It does list the cost. Okay, Neo Shadow is 30 cost, not that high. Neo Shadow causes enemies' HP to gradually drop 1 reload. Oh yeah. And I'm pretty sure Gargoyle is 35. I should have probably not closed the tab before I checked. But yeah, Neo Shadow's only 30. So your strategy for Marluxia 1 is probably going to be use Gargoyle to make him waste a lot of his cards, then use Neo Shadow and run away for the whole battle. You can only activate 1 card at a time, yep. Crap, that fight will be a huge time waster. Is possible though with this strategy. Oh, you know what's gonna really suck for you though? You're gonna have to get the Neo Shadow card and it's not gonna be pretty.
Like it.
Castle Oblivion mobs deal so much damage.
Darkness!
Well, one thing I can think about doing. Okay, when you get to Castle Oblivion, let me know what kind of enemy groups you can face. Because you can use this card called Strong Initiative, which I'm pretty sure exists in Chain of Memories. It's this one. And it shows ×2 on it. Basically what happens is if you hit the Heartless, and then you get dragged into the battle, then their HP gets severely reduced. So you can basically trigger a battle, get them all to very low HP that way, and then just finish them off with whatever combo you can think of. Or, you know, try and get Trinity Limit. Yeah, so your strategies are probably going to be that. Either use strong initiative or use Trinity Limit. I went through all that shit just for Marluxia, Axel, and everything.
Like it.
You could probably also go with the Neo Shadow route for Axel as well, because I'm pretty sure it will not trigger his second phase, because he's losing HP constantly. But if you never hit him, then I don't think he'll go into the second phase. He'll just keep using the weaker version of Fire Tooth. Oh yeah, your other option for Axel is also spamming Blizzard Raid when he reloads. A few well-timed Blizzard Raids can really make you win. I have 3 raids. Oh, you can only use 3 because of the CP limit for the entire fight. I think it takes 5 or 6 to get Axel, assuming all the hits actually hit. Man, you'll have to use something like a 1 Blizzard, a 1 Kingdom Key, and another 1 Kingdom Key just to get through.
Like it.
This won't be fun for you.
Your Majesty, come on!
This game is imbalanced as fuck. Oh, it absolutely is.
Like it! Yeah! Take this!
This game is so imbalanced, you can beat the entire bosses of the game using the starting death. You can also beat everything just by using the Jafar card. First 2 series of worlds are easy for the most part, and then the next 2 worlds are basically for free, and they throw random BS on you. Ah yes, Riku 4, the ultimate BS ever existed. Followed by Larkscene 2 directly after.
Take this! Like it! Darkness!
I still think for Axel 2 and Marluxia 1, your main strategy will probably be use the Gargoyle card, get them to waste a lot of their moves, and then Neo Shadow them to death. What I do think about Neo Shadow though, I think it drains faster based on the more HP they have. Or at least the base HP. If I remember correctly, Riku had 3 bars when you fought him for the 4th time. So, he drained completely. I remember from that fuck you deck that he gave me, and the deck for the first to run out of time is the loser. It took 10 minutes for Riku to lose all of his health. So it must take about 8 minutes for Marluxia 1 to lose all of his health. It will take Axel 10 minutes to get through everything. If you use Neo Shadow. So you'll have to go 10 minutes without reloading your deck, and without getting hit. Which shouldn't be a problem if you're able to make them waste a lot of their cards. Even though disable ain't really the right thing to say, considering I actually lost the first time I did it, I'm still surprised it's easy to disable Riku 4 even though fighting him normally is pure luck. Imagine how much easier the game would be if you could learn Zentetsuken from a treasure chest. Zentetsuken literally banishing the enemy from play. Someone actually had a video of what happens when you Zentetsuken someone and they have no more cards. They just endlessly reload their deck. You can actually remove all of the cards that the enemy has. Ugh, this isn't getting any easier. It's only getting worse. I mean, not really, it's not getting worse. I'm just doing the same thing. But the cards will determine your fate.
Take this! Like it! Take this! Like it! Take this!
You think we're gonna see Luxord in Council Oblivion? And Kingdom Hearts 3? What is the likelihood of us seeing Luxord for Castle Oblivion? Oh, dude, my deck is all 9s right now. I am ready. Got him. Still checking, by the way, if Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns is getting uploaded to that Italian website. The answer is still no. It has not been uploaded yet.
Take this.
I want to see it. I want to see what they changed. I want to see if they keep the intro. I actually like the intro that they used. But it's more likely just a placeholder intro.
Like it.
I still don't know who voices Yusaku in the English version. Luxord was in Castle Oblivion when they set the card system up again. He would probably have a cheat deck full of 9s where he has 0 shortcutted and can't ever run out. Just spamming X. Can't ever run out of cards because it will instantly replenish. Well, in Retrain of Memories, what the Luxord card lets you do is you automatically break the opponent's card when you use a card, no matter what the value is.
Like it. Yeah. Take this. Like it. Darkness.
So I imagine if you're fighting against Luxord, any card you use, you will automatically be able to break.
Vanish.
How would that work, though? Because some cards let you not be able to break things, like the Jafar card lets you not be able to break attack cards. So would he still be able to? Would he still be able to break your cards? What has higher priority? What I'm trying to ask. Maybe that's why they didn't include multiplayer for Retrain of Memories.
Take this. Yeah. Like it. Darkness.
And all done. Making ones viable in the randomizer. Yeah, I do not think I can figure out that randomizer for Retrain of Memories. Well, it says it ignores values, it didn't say ignore effects. Oh, so I guess... So Luxord would not have priority. Genie Jafar would still have priority.
Take this. Darkness. Your Majesty, come on!
Of course, he ducked down. Little bastard.
Vanish! Vanish!
You could pull off some pretty interesting decks, though, in a Retrain of Memories randomizer. Imagine getting a bunch of Zaldin cards.
Vanish!
Oh god, that would be a terrible deck. that would absolutely be a deck Scrub would give me. A bunch of Zaldin cards and no cards in my main deck. I have to beat the boss using only the Zaldin wind damage. That's something Scrub would definitely give me.
Take this! Darkness!
Zaldin wind damage only. That is messed up. Should play around with the character cheat, by the way. I want to see what happens if you get a world card when the world is already set by the other character. I think the best way to test that out would be once you finish the selected world cards that you get. Because the way it works is the last floor for, or the second to last floor for Sora, it always goes Twilight Town, then Destiny Islands. But for Riku, it goes Destiny Islands, then Twilight Town. That's gonna be an interesting randomizer as well. If I have to play both Sora and Riku.
Take this!
I also want to see what happens if Riku enters Winnie the Pooh world. I would assume either the game will crash or nothing will really go wrong. Any scenes that require Sora, it'll just swap Riku with Sora. That's what I think will happen.
Darkness!
The game probably just breaks though. I mean, look what happened in the first randomizer. I was able to use Cloud against Cloud and the game didn't break. I still cannot believe, how did that work? I used Cloud against Cloud.
Like it! Take this! Like it! Take this! Like it!
Also, it didn't work on the randomizer codes because I'm completely done with level 1 for the moment. Oh, that's fine, you know, take your time with the randomizer stuff. I mean, even Scrub is taking a long time with the Reshift of Destruction randomizer. I know how time-consuming these can be from what he's described to me. I mean, I don't know specifically, but I can pretty much tell. You have to randomize this many decks.
Like it! Take this! Take this! Darkness! Vanish!
Good, the shadow squats here. A group of squids is called a squad.
Vanish!
Roasted. Riku dropping his mixtape of darkness. We'll probably do something with the enemy attack and magic cards. Making you use slates only. You can definitely do that. There is also a code to give Sora access to all of the slates. So, you know, and you can use it at any time. It's a one-time use though. As soon as you use it, it stays with all slates unlocked.
Like it! Take this! Darkness!
I tested it, by the way. 3 Kingdom Key 9s just means Zentetsuken even for Riku. RIP. Yeah, I'm pretty sure with Riku, the only way to use his slates is if the card is a Soul Eater.
Like it! Take this! Like
If it's not a Soul Eater, Riku can't really do anything.
Take this! Darkness!
What? Actually, there is one other thing Riku can do, and that's Mickey. It's really shitty. Yeah, not many options for Riku's dex. Much less to do for Riku's dex, though. I think he only has 13 dex? 13 or 14 dex. Sora has like 26 different fights. One can really tell that they did the story Sora's story first, and then they decided they had more cartridge space. I gotta say, as a kid, it blew my mind that there was a Riku story. I had no idea. Beat Sora's story, and then it's like, oh, you can make a reverse rebirth file. Like, oh shit, really? I don't know who this Riku guy is though, but I'll play.
Like it.
Because as I said before, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories was my first Kingdom Hearts. Surprised I still even play the series after playing that. Chain of Memories was fun though, I liked the card aspect. Didn't understand the story at all, like, they kept talking about the organization. As a kid, I didn't know what organization was, other than, like, organizing things. Like, every time they said organization, I always thought they meant organizing that bookshelf that was behind Naminé. Riku can use Mega Elixirs even though no counter. Yep. Riku can use all... He can even use Ethers, I believe. He can use all kinds of items. You can implement Ethers as, like, a quick way to reload your deck. Or just a slow way. Actually, yeah, it wouldn't work. Best reason to make an org. Yeah, I was dumb as a kid. I didn't even know how to pronounce Marluxia as a kid. I thought it was pronounced like Miracula. Like, I added a Q to his name. There's no Q in Marluxia, and somehow as a kid I added a Q to his name. Like Maracula.
Like it. Take this. Like it. Take this.
Hey, come on. Darkness.
Vanish. Your Majesty. Come on.
Yeah, sadly the only cards Riku can use, only Soul Eaters, and Mickey's, and item cards. And enemy cards. You can also use enemy cards. There's also no premium Soul Eaters, I believe. Although I never tested if there are premium Soul Eaters.
Like it.
Could actually test that another time.
Take this.
My assumption is no. It will probably crash the game if there are premium Soul Eaters.
Darkness.
Why would there be premium Soul Eaters on this? I don't know. Why is there a premium Donald and Goofy cards? Why is that a thing? Like, what's the point of having a premium Donald and Goofy when they're gonna go away after one use anyway? So if those are in the game data, I mean, maybe there's other premium cards.
Vanish.
That was quick. And even if we can't somehow apply the code for premium on the Soul Eaters, it will probably have the same sprite as the regular Soul Eater. Mickey also has no description, unlike every other friend. Not true, Mickey does have a description. It says no text. I'm pretty sure they originally decided that you can get friend cards.
Like it.
But then later on they scrapped the idea and they made it drops only. And for King Mickey, they decided to just change the text to text, or no text.
Take this. Darkness.
It was probably intended that Donald and Goofy would be summoned, so the other friends could control his items. That also makes sense. Explains why Donald and Goofy are premiums.
Your Majesty, come on!
Mickey probably has no text because it was never intended you could get them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did Sora's story first, and then they decided, well, we're not gonna let you use those friend cards.
Darkness!
And then they decided, you know what? Well, if we're gonna make a Riku story, we need a Mickey card. Since they're not gonna get these, might as well write no text. I really do think you're right about that, though. The fact that they finished Chain of Memories and then they're like, well, there's a lot of cartridge space left. What should we do? Man, let's make a reverse rebirth. Copy a bunch of the worlds in Heartless.
Like it! Take this! Like it! Take this! Darkness!
Oh good, the Neo shadows. Everyone gather around in my special corner.
Vanish!
I do plenty of things in my corner.
Vanish! Like it! Take this!
Damn it, you missed the Neo shadows.
Like it! Take this!
There we go.
Darkness!
Alright, let's aura these fools.
Vanish!
Oh, come on, get him. Good.
Darkness!
Yeah, might as well use Boogie.
Your Majesty! Come on!
get some fallen map cards. So, better get rid of some shit. God, look at all these fucking feeble darknesses that I don't need. Class of Oblivion will suck, by the way, because of defenders. Their shields doesn't check which direction the attack hits from, but which damage if I hit them in the back. So, no Neo Shadow from me. You do have another option, though. You could try to get Donald and Goofy and then use Trinity Limit. Yeah, because Trinity Limit you learn as soon as you get to Castle Oblivion. And if you hit a Heartless before you battle them, then it should drop a friend card automatically. Then you just gotta get a few more hits in, and then you could possibly get another Donald or Goofy. Hopefully the one that you need. And then you should be able to get the Trinity Limit, and that should definitely destroy a lot of them. I wish they actually were summons now. That's probably why they removed them. They're like, Trinity Limit spam is too OP. I really do think, though, you're gonna need that Neo Shadow. I'm not sure what you can do for actual Marluxia 2, It will be possible, but you're gonna need to take a lot of time to do it. Just have like a high-numbered cure or several cures. Use... I don't think Berserk, but mainly...
Like it! Take this!
Mainly just use cards over and over again and have a bunch of heals with you. Because the annoying thing about Marluxia 1 or Marluxia 2 is it gets really annoying if you try to stall, because those flower petals will destroy your home. Have a 9 cure and a 7 cure. Yeah, using both of them should be good enough. That way, if you ever need to heal, you can just... How much does a cure give you? By the way, on level 1, how much would a cure give? In that case, you probably only need 1. Like, get the 9 cure and keep that with you.
Take this! Like it! Take this! Darkness!
Because Marluxia's cards are really random for his thing. Cures and full heal me if I am low on HP. Well, your choice if you want 1 or 2. But mainly just bring a lot of Kingdom Keys that are high values. And get ready to really load your deck a lot. healing in this game sucks. Yeah, just have a bunch of high-valued Kingdom Key cards and like 2 cures. Hopefully that's under the maximum CP, and you should be fine. Because the only thing Marluxia does is like uses cards from 0 to 9. And depending on how many cards you have, assuming they're high enough value, you should be able to break all his cards, reload, and get on with the fight. I mean, even those cures, they're still gonna help you, because they're just another 2 cards that you can use to break hits. Marluxia 2 does not have slates.
Take this!
In Chain of Memories, Marluxia 2 is basically just the flying version from this game.
Like it! Take this! Like it! Darkness!
Marluxia 2 does not have any slates. It's just cards from 0 to 9. And I don't think there's an order to them. Like, whatever it is, it just happens. What the actual fuck is that actual final boss weaker than his replica? Yep. He sure is. What Marluxia 2 does have, though, he's got a total of 6 HP bars. 1.5, actually no, 7 HP bars. 1.5 for his one arm, 1.5 for the other arm, and then once you beat both, that is 4 bars that you have to deal with. Don't worry, there is a bright side. Marluxia is weak against physical attacks, so your Keyblade cards will deal double damage on him. So your Kingdom Key cards will, you know, do 2 times normal damage.
Like it! Take this!
It's not even a genuine replica, it's just his illusion. I call bullshit, by the way, that was Marluxia's illusion. Way too OP for an illusion. He would probably spam me with 9, 8, and 7 cards. He does not. His cards are totally red. Sometimes he uses 3s or 5s. Like, just have a 6, 7, 8, 9, or just a bunch of 7 and 8s and 9s. And then a 7 and 9 cure that you said you have, and you should be good. It'll take a long time to beat, but you should be able to do it. Marluxia's illusion should have been the final battle. Marluxia is pretty strong. I mean, sure, it has a deck, but decks are really OP that late. He doesn't really have a deck, it's just like a generated deck. Basically, a bunch of values. Like, think of the Guard Armor fight, or the Ursula fight, or, actually, I think every Disney boss fight in the game, no one had a deck. No, wait, Captain Hook had a deck. And Hades, but things like Genie Jafar, Ursula, Guard Armor, Oogie Boogie, they didn't really have decks. You know, like, their cards were just random numbers, except Oogie Boogie. I'm pretty sure his dice throw was always a 7.
Take this.
Oh, perfect.
Ha! Like it.
Honestly, the enemies that have a deck are more dangerous. Yep.
Take this. Like it.
Idiot. Ran right into me. Got sent to the Shadow Realm because of that.
Take this. Like it. Darkness.
Except for Hades, if you have at least 2 raids, then he is almost dead. Gee, thanks, game. Fucking 2 Mickeys and a 0s.
Come on!
By the way, just a question, does Marluxia 3 have a deck? There is no Marluxia 3 in Chain of Memories. In Re-Chain of Memories, Marluxia... You know what? It's theorized that Marluxia 3 does have a deck in Re-Chain of Memories, but it's got an enormous amount of cards. Like several thousand cards, honestly. Yeah, Marluxia 3 is a Re-Chain of Memories exclusive.
Take this.
Oh god, the squall. No, we need experience. I want to see someone making him have 0 cards. It's gonna be a long fight to get him to 0.
Vanish. Vanish.
Hell, I could even be wrong and it's just an infinite number. Like, it's just constantly being generated. But yeah, Marluxia 2 will be extremely easy for you. Marluxia 1, Axel 2 as well will be a bit of a challenge.
Like it. Take this. Darkness.
But making them weaker ain't really a good move. By the way, I can actually get behind why most of the enemies don't have decks because you can't disable them that way. But making them weaker ain't really a good move. Some of them I can kind of understand why they don't have decks. I mean, if you're going up against Genie Jafar, like, what the fuck can we possibly make Genie Jafar have?
Darkness!
Or guard armor, like, are we really gonna give it a slate when it's got 6 different moves? No, it's only got like 3 moves. Just like spin itself, use its arms. It probably uses a lot more space in the game. And it takes a lot more coding to implement slates and stuff.
Take this.
Still doesn't explain to me why Captain Hook got a deck.
Take this. Darkness.
And Hades. Why did Hades get a deck? 800. That's fine. 400,000 to go. Definitely will take one more stream. Tomorrow we'll be able to do it. Tomorrow is the level 100. Level 99. Missed it.
Like it! Darkness!
Oh, goody. Even better what I need. Oh, get away. Alright. Meanwhile, checking the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross Reddit. From what it says here, Global Festival Stage 2, Global is winning. Global 554,106 clears of Union Cross. Japan 273,280 clears, as expected from Glorious Global Master Race. I feel like they should just scrap the competition altogether, blah blah. Global has been hurt so many times that it's only made us stronger and more resilient. It's like JP gave up after day one. This competition was a bad idea. This competition was definitely a bad idea. Anyway, I think it's because Hook is a humanoid, and if they made all his slate moves single cards only, then he would be easily broken, but he would also be annoying as fuck if not broke constantly. Probably worse than Riku 4 even. What other humanoids do we have? Maybe that's the reason why he's got a deck, because he's human. I mean, Hades isn't human either, but he's more like alive compared to everyone. Well, no, the nobodies guys. I mean, I was thinking the reason was like all the Disney characters got non-decks, but then I realized Hook got a deck, and he was a Disney villain. Hades got a deck. Riku fucking spinning around. Alright, what else is on here? We really need fairy tickets as raid week rewards too. I can get behind that. I constantly get in top 100. I would love a few bonus tickets. What else here? No, that's... should using an emulator be bannable now. Compensation coming from Keyart 17 Prime Medal. Interesting. Hades is very close to humanoid. Every other boss is too big. That must be it. Yeah, maybe because every other boss is just too gimmicky to have an actual deck.
Take this! Like it! Darkness!
Yeah, so basically what happened with Keyart 17 Prime, when it was first released in Global, I mean, we already knew what it would do because we found out a little bit earlier because the Japanese version got it first. But when released in Global, they made an error in the notice. And they wrote the description for what the medal does. Okay, can I get that? They wrote that the description is basically like a magic version of Primax. So they were completely wrong with the description. Hello, Martial Awakening. They always make errors. Yeah, and a lot of people are like bitching and complaining about it. Even though they edited the notice several hours later. And they're like, oh, where's the compensation? I mean, I get that it's bad that we won't really get compensation. No, they said that we're gonna get compensation now. But
Take this.
like, normally I would be upset, but KeyArt17, a lot of us on the Reddit, we knew what it would do. Sure, that's a small amount of people, but come on, like, we knew what it would do. It's still a good medal. Still, I can totally understand why people are mad, but demanding a lot of compensation, I can understand a little bit, but a lot of compensation, like, that's kind of going too far. I'm not saying we shouldn't get any. I mean, this isn't really that big of an error.
Vanish.
I mean, really, like, people are blowing it way too out of proportion. Making it a big deal. Let them give compensation when they want. They said that they made plans to do it. Oh, what? No, you know what? What's really bothering me? It's not that people are asking for compensation. It's people who bought it even though they knew what it does, and they keep complaining that, oh, this isn't what I wanted. Even though they knew what it does. Compensation would be a console version of Union Cross. Yeah, I'm getting on topic. Now I'm the one who's bitching and complaining. Who cares, honestly? It's a fucking phone game. I'm really getting way too off track. What? I don't know why. Like, maybe something's wrong with me, but I just feel like people are blowing it way too out of proportion. And part of me says I'm fucking wrong and I need to shut up. Another part of me is saying, like, people are just blowing this way too much. Oh well. I guess in terms of a refund, it's still a good medal, so there's really no reason to refund. But if it's something else, like, I don't know, one silver ticket, or a Mickey and Brew medal for those who purchased from the banner, that I'd be okay with. I mean, to be honest, a lot of people did purchase from this banner. You know what? I changed my mind. It's a good thing they're giving compensation. They do need to learn from their mistakes, because I cannot tell you how many times they made errors on these notices. Maybe this will make them better. Maybe, you know, if they hurt a little, they'll learn a bit more.
Take this.
And by hurt, I mean their wallet hurts by giving them compensation.
Darkness.
Honestly though, I was really hyped for 2.8 because it looked like 3D would be an in-game movie. I was hyped for 2.8 because I really did want to play 3D. I never got to play it on 3DS. I also expected to play 3D level 1 and have another level 1 Kingdom Hearts game, like, oh, check this out, I did Chain of Memories, Rechain of Memories on technical level 1. It wasn't exactly level 1, but it was starting deck. You know, I did Kingdom Hearts 1 on level 1, did Kingdom Hearts 2 on level 1, Birth by Sleep on level 1, did Days No Panels, that's pretty much level 1. But then I got to 3D level 1 and I'm like, man, this fucking sucks. Also, look at that experience now. Why is my experience falling off? How am I... Oh, that experience is now lost to darkness. But yeah, I really wanted to beat 3D on level 1. Nope. Fucking insanely hard. Not really insanely hard, but the main problem is... main problem is just the Dream Eater stuff. Like, so much grinding, so much time wasting just to get the skills you need and the abilities.
Like it! Take this! Darkness!
The map actually exists outside the invisible walls. Apparently.
Vanish!
Makes me realize that if I go out of bounds, I haven't saved in a while, so that'd be bad. Or if my power goes out, I'm gonna just kill myself. Important thing, if I ever die, you'll know I'm dead because the stream will be inactive and I won't post anything on the Discord about it. So if I ever die, you know I'm dead because 1, I don't stream, and 2, there's no notice that I wrote that says I won't be streaming.
Take this! Yeah! Like it! Take this! Darkness!
Oh no, not these guys. I hope there will be a no HUD mod for PS4. Really? Okay. Oh great, my Mickey's didn't need to. It's time to duel! Then I will be the one to make an in-game movie. Speaking of in-game movie, you know what I still never did? I never made the Titus Fantasy X movie. I said I'd do it, but I never did, so I guess I'm a liar. Alright, so everything here is gone. Titus Fantasy X. Anyway, let's quickly save, just so I don't lose my progress. Yep, it's gonna be one more stream. Tomorrow I get to 99. Honestly though, it would have been cool to have Square playing the game with no HUD and then they cut it together. That would be pretty cool. Have 0 and 3. How's everyone's day? Hey, Nightblade. Help, I got dragged into going out to the movies. What movie? Like Riku suddenly having the dark ability once he says there is no reason and trying to hold the darkness back.
Take this! Like it! Take this! Darkness!
Incredibles 2. Good movie. I watched it already. Not as good as the first one, but still pretty good.
Your Majesty! Come on!
I'm not a movies fan.
Vanish!
I will give Incredibles 2 credit though, like the fact that it actually starts exactly where the first movie left off. It's pretty interesting. Normally movies don't just start like, for sequels, they don't start exactly where they left off. But this is the most exact way they left off I have ever seen. So is it bad? No, it's pretty good. If you haven't seen the first one though, you might not understand it really. I mean, you should be able to understand it. You'd enjoy it more though if you saw the first one. First one was pretty fucking good.
Like it. Yeah. Take this.
Oh god. So on my screen right now, you and Nominate, you and Nightblade have the exact same color to your names. So you're both red on my screen, so I have no idea who's talking. Should probably refresh. I am over-enjoying my stream. Your color is random all the time because I don't think you ever set it. Nightblade is red because he set it to red.
Vanish.
No, and he's green on mine. I'm always blue because blue is scrub.
Vanish.
So yeah, let me just reload. Or, I wonder if I pop out my chat, will it make you a different color? No, it does not. It cleared my chat. Alright, so my chat just got cleared. Oh well, Twitch will remember it. By the way, Nominee is a bitch. Why didn't she just disable Riku before the fight went down? What if she disabled Sora by accident? Alright, reloading Twitch, and alright, you should be a different color now on my screen. You're still red, but it's not gonna be fun.
Take this.
Because she needed to say stop.
Yeah.
Good one.
Like it.
Good one. Yeah, you're green on my screen now. That's good.
Take this. Darkness.
If she disabled Sora, it would have been too funny. Just Sora being like drawn. Then that really would have made Recom interesting. So Nightblade, you've never seen Incredibles 1 before? I could give you a good rundown of what happens.
Like it. Come on.
Oh boy, look at all these 9s I have.
Take this. Darkness.
It'd be a shame if I used them. Hey, I think that was Martial Awakening. It was. Perfect. Incredibles 2 is pretty good. I don't know, something about it though, maybe not like it as much as the first one.
Like it. Take this. Like it. Darkness.
I did like it, but something felt missing compared to the first one.
Your Majesty, come on! Vanish!
to my head fanfiction about Naminé being the protagonist, by the way. What if Naminé disabled Marluxia instead? Would have been a good ending to Rechain of Memories. Or regular Chain of Memories. Oh shit, I'm level 88? That would have been interesting. Like if Sora and Kairi were one person, that really would have made the character interesting. So would Naminé technically be the most OP character if she could just disable anyone she wanted? Although, remember what Larxene said after Riku Replica got KO'd? She said that she smashed Riku Replica's heart. So maybe that's why she couldn't do it to Marluxia, because he needed to have a heart. Well then that would mean that the Replica had his own heart. Marluxia could have used Naminé to disable Xemnas. Oh, my EXP fell. Look at it. It's like 130 experience I lost. I need a refund.
Your Majesty! Come on!
Oh, is that a Martial Awakening? Yeah. No, that's not. Fuck. Got a little excited there.
Take this! Darkness!
They ignore being like fall into darkness and then their EXP just chunk down. Dude, the darkness gets its own EXP. Darkness is gonna level up soon.
Vanish!
Seriously though, is there a recom code to double the experience? I'm not exactly sure. There must be, but... Actually, no, I don't think there is.
Like it! Darkness!
Give me all this. No, I missed it all. Fuck me. At least you got Martial Awakening. Worth it. So basically, you level every fight at least once. I wish. That's everything here, I believe. Oh yeah, so Nightblade, they posted a notice saying that we will be getting compensation for the Key Art 17 error. So, interesting. It's also possible to play level 1. It's painful. Painful, but possible. If you've made it up to Larxene 1, I'm pretty sure you can cheese it with Gargoyle. And basically, what happened with Key Art 17, when they released the medal, they accidentally wrote the wrong description in the notice for it. Also, my audio is low, so I can't hear the stream well since I'm in a public place. So basically, the description they wrote for Key Art 17 Prime was they made it like a magic version of Prime Axel. When in reality, it's like -4 general defense, -4 upright defense, and you know, it's like an area of effect instead. So I wonder what they're gonna do now. They could give us like a Mickey and Broom or ticket compensation. It's time to duel! Ugh, these Neo Shadows are just mating inside each other.
Take this! Darkness!
So wait, is there no compensation? No, they're giving it. They have said that they will be giving compensation. Not sure what the compensation is though. Compensation 100 jewels. You know, I'd like a gold ticket or let's be realistic here though. It's probably gonna be a Sid 10. Everyone just going Larkscene 2 on Square after that.
Like it. Yeah. Take this.
Yeah, there's a lot of jokes going on right now how the reward we're gonna get for the JP versus Global thing, it's gonna be a bunch of like Sid medals for us, and the JP version is gonna get the participation prize of like 10,000 jewels. Good jokes. Sadly, very realistic. Compensation, a Tier 8 Prime Key Art 17 to all who bought from the banner. What about the timeless Mickey? We're never getting more of those, sadly. Not until next year. Game's just shitty. If they could just give us more story quests, that'd be nice. You know, at the very least. Why even add an album if you intend the players to never fill it out? Well, when the game is gonna shut down, they're gonna let people fill out their album, probably. We need a better KHUX. Another thing about KHUX though, you have to remember it's a phone game. The main goal of this game is to get money for Square Enix. You know, they need the money. What do you think is paying for Kingdom Hearts 3? This fucking game right here.
Darkness!
Oh, good, the Neo Shadows.
Vanish!
my EXP fell. Motherfucker. KH3's plans on having DLC, so story so fucking sucks. Better story quests as well. Look, I'm fine if you're gonna give us shitty story quests. Give us story quests very commonly though. I don't care if it's filler story quests, as long as you give us to them, as long as you give us those quests consistently, then I'm fine with it.
Like it.
There's just something really wrong that we only get a story update once a month in the North American version. What happened to twice a month or 3 times a month? We're behind by 6 months already compared to the Japanese version. They're finishing Enchanted Domain next week or this week. Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. You know, you get to replay Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 on the Unreal Engine. That's why it's DLC.
Like it. Take this. Darkness.
I'm a chorus of fools.
Vanish. Your Majesty. Come on.
Scrub says it's okay for the series to have bad story. I'm talking about Union Cross, okay? Look, I'm fine if we get bad story every now and then. But as long as it's consistent, eventually we'll get to the good stuff. And what I mean is, like 15 story quests every week would be nice and consistent. Even if you want to include some shitty stories somewhere there, I'm fine with that, as long as we get decent story. Like every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. And I'm fine with that. Sorry, my connection just broke up and I'm mad. Okay, what I mean by get consistent story, even if it's bad, I mean story quests like, we had this event a while back. It was like, fight in Olympus Coliseum with Hercules for Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. The story there was basically Hades set up this entire tournament just so he could fight against you and Hercules. And then he ends up trapping you, and Cherokee rescues you, and then you fight Hades. Something like that kind of story would be nice. Like, I am okay with that kind of story. That was all an event, but it could have easily been a story. Like, obviously, they will not give us consistent story every week or 2 weeks. The only good part was Hades' personality and you deserve a break meme. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about another event quest we had. From the event quest, you were able to get the Hercules and Full Metal. I mean, even that as well. I would take that over some of the, like, weeks of no story quests. Because you need to think about this. Even if we get shit story, we're at least getting jewels every week. gonna head out now because the audio's too low for me to consistently pay attention. See you later when I get home. See you, Nightblade. Have fun watching Incredibles 2.
Your Majesty! Come on!
Honestly, I think KH2's story is bad, but at least Roxas' part did its job, and the characters meant something, and we're good. Look, all I'm saying is more story quests would be nice. Okay? I'm alright if you give us some shitty quests, but only if you're gonna give us some consistent new quests that are good. Good story quests that are relevant to the story. If you throw some shit along the way, I'll be fine with it. You know, just give us consistently good shit. Not every day is a good day. You're gonna have a lot of shitty days, but eventually you're gonna have that good day. And in the end, we're still gonna be winning. We're getting jewels from story quests. It's at least 750 jewels every week. Even if it's a little bit, it's still something.
Take this! Darkness!
God, fucking Neo Shadows. Just don't end. I mean, Alice didn't even explain why she wanted the Henki, so why should I give a fuck? Okay, fine. If you don't want any shitty quests, at least just give us consistent quests that are important to the plot. If you're not gonna give us shitty quests, at least give us consistent, important quests. Not too much to ask. Even if it's 5 quests, you know, like, if it's just 5 quests of, oh, here we are in Enchanted Domain, you know, here's what Maleficent is doing, or, hey, Luxu has or Luxu, or whatever his name is, has an important quest for you. Hey, we're talking to the foreteller, they have something important to tell us. Or like, oh, here we are, we run into Marluxia's somebody, and we talk to him. Oh, why is he attacking us? He wants our Keyblade powers? Oh, well, let's fight him. 5 quests. Alright, next quest in 4 weeks. At least give us some things that are relevant. Bottom line, North American version, please catch up in story quests. JP version, please give consistent quests.
Vanish! Your Majesty! Come on!
And to the designers who designed Rechain of Memories, fuck you for adding these trophies. Why? Only level 89. Is Luxu even a thing in the game story? I don't know because Ephemera wasn't a thing until 365. I'm not sure. I know in regular the phone browser game of Key, or the browser game of Key, Luxu was a thing in the last set of quests. Or give us a side quest with the Nightmare Chirithy. Don't you remember we ran into like a nightmare version of Chirithy?
Take this!
But we never did anything with it.
Like it! Take this!
I mean, that's probably not relevant to the plot. You're gonna add a lot of filler. Because with Nightmare Chirithy, we just fought it, and that's it. You could add some side quests for it. Side quests would be a great thing. Yeah, like give non-canon side quests relevant to the game. Not something like, oh, Alice needs help. She lost her favorite tea bag. Oh, Abu's missing again. Gotta go find him. Don't give that. Give something like, oh, we have a special quest for you from your union leader. Like, we've got reports of something going on in the realm of darkness. We need you to check it out. And then you go there, and oh shit, what's that in the realm of darkness? Like a level 10,000 dark side? Like, don't give me that. Give me some new Heartless, like something you fight in Kingdom Hearts 2. What's a decent Heartless you fought in Kingdom Hearts 2 that's like got darkness written all over it? Like Dark Thorn, or give us stuff like that.
Take this.
Actually, the Moogle of Glory side quest was the best part of the part story that I have played. You see the problem, by the way? I don't. I'm very oblivious to very common things.
Vanish.
Yeah, give us some, like, decent side quests. I'll even decide on what these side quests are. Square Enix, please hire me.
Vanish.
I need a job. In case this programming one doesn't work out. Why is a side quest the best thing? Just because it's funny and it makes sense. Also, funny thing, in the Moogle of Glory quest, that's also about the 4th or 5th time Donald and Goofy crash landed in Daybreak Town. So, an interesting thing. That just means the writer does a bad job. And we know who is credited for the story. Alright, limited to a few dark walls.
Vanish.
Let me think, what are some other good side quests? You want to hear a good meme? Nomura. Top quality content. Some other good side quests. You know that room, you've done the Zexion 13 quests, right? Or not all of them, but you've at least done some.
Like it.
So you know that room that we spawn in?
Take this.
Maybe that room has some connection to the data. So maybe you could have something like, oh, like me and the main character, we messed something up in the data. You know, like quick before he came out. Well, basically, it could be like you and Cherothy, oh, you messed something up with the data, and now you have a bunch of data Heartless to fight. And at the end of it, you could have some, like, big boss. Doable for story quests, though. I don't see any good cards. Damn it, give me some Martial Awakenings. By the way, I mean, like, I can understand Nomura not knowing what to do because I have the same problem, but I don't understand why he is putting the stuff out like that. You know, it would be another good side quest, something like, oh, Daybreak Town is under attack by a lot of darkness. Like, there was the story quest where they said, like, oh, there was a big rainstorm in Daybreak Town, and now you got a bunch of fish hearts appearing everywhere. What's up with that? Like, that was at least fun.
Take this!
A bunch of fish heartless. There it is. Take you.
Like it!
What are some other good story quests that I can think of? Some kind of side quests.
Take this! Like it! Take this!
I don't know, I'm trying to think of some good side quests. Something like...
Darkness!
Something like 5 story quests in Agrabah, where it's like, oh, we've got reports of a big monster sighted in the desert. You know, and basically the quest is you traversing through the desert, and eventually you find the monster, and you know what it is? It's fucking Kurt Zisa from the first game. That'd be a cool fight. Cool boss to have.
Take this!
What would be cool if you could travel to Power Bastion and fight Ansem using the Keyblade of parts. They definitely will not include that.
Darkness!
Oh, I'm flying map cards. Oh wait, no, I got the roulette thing. Okay. Yes, thank you. Also, it is 5 o'clock, so I need to go. Tomorrow, we finish this. We are at 975,000. I need... Fuck, I don't even... We might not be able to finish tomorrow. I need 400,000. Or 350,000. There's no way I can reach it. Oh, fuck me. Actually, why didn't they just do that? Like, they accidentally projected Ansem 2, and he does some epic shit. Cool plotline. Bye, scrub. Bye, Nominee. I'll be back tomorrow. More grinding. I want to die. Someone kill me. Thanks for coming.